Hi, my name is Wrapkin, and I'm inductee into the Brantford Area Sports Hall of Recognition, and I'm honored today to be interviewing Jim Carman as a builder from hockey. Jim Carman started refereeing minor hockey in Brantford when he was 17 years old. After developing his skills, he joined the Ontario Hockey Association, where he refereed for 14 years, including officiating in many provincial championships. At age 21, he participated in his first major junior game and went on to referee in 1,107 regular season games, 293 playoff games, 6 Memorial Cups, and 16 Memorial Cup games over a 29-year span. The highlight of Jim's career was officiating as a linesman representing Canada at the 1992 Olympic Games in Albertville, France. Jim continues his involvement in officiating by helping to develop young officials reach their maximum talent. So Jim, what drew you into your sport?
Well, I really enjoyed playing hockey, and I really enjoyed hockey, and I wanted to stay in it. So my next avenue, I guess, was refereeing. And it just kind of, so I found out how to join minor hockey and did that, and then got started, and it just evolved from there.
Okay. Do you have any mentors that have had an impact on your life, sport, or career?
Well, definitely refereeing. I mean, there's been a few guys over the years that have, they just, by their actions on and off the ice and how they deal with hockey players and things like that, that are really impactful, where you can take them to your hockey game when you're not with them, and in some cases you can take them with them to your job. And when I was younger, I had the opportunity to work with 3 really good guys. Jimmy Burton, who was a local guy here in Brantford, and Jim Lever, who he refereed back in the 80s and 70s, and he just had a wealth of knowledge and experience, and he always had something for you when you worked with him. And of course, John Wilson, he was another guy that I worked with in the 80s, and I was still pretty young, and they just carried themselves so well.
What are some of the highlights of your career?
Well, there's no question that the Olympics is probably the highlight, and then, you know, the 6 Memorial Cups, and the amount of players that I refereed that played major junior hockey that went on to the National League. I mean, that's always fun to turn the TV on. There isn't many of them left now, but back in the day, there was always some that you could go, oh yeah, he played for, and so that was always fun for me. And then of course, this year is just amazing. Being inducted into the Hall of Fame, it just kind of indicates how good your career was and what your community thought of it. It's kind of humbling, actually.
Sure. Okay. You mentioned the Olympics. What year of the Olympics was that?
Went to the Olympics in 1992 in Albertville, France. Although the hockey games weren't played in Albertville, they were played in Maribel, which was in 3,300 meters above sea level. So and we were kind of the only event there. We had to walk 10 kilometers to see ski jumping, and the women's downhill finished right on my balcony. So that was kind of neat, and it was just an amazing 3 weeks of my life. It truly was.
Now, at that altitude, you would have been experiencing like the less oxygen. So how did that affect
for sure. Yeah. The first week you're there, we had to go up a hill to come home from the arena. Going down was fine, but coming back the first week, it was really difficult. I mean, you thought you were in pretty good shape when you went there, and then you get huffing and puffing there. It wasn't so bad in the arena for some reason. I don't understand why, but it didn't affect me as much. Then by week 2, I mean, it was like a regular day in Brantford. You know, the breathing was good. You didn't have any difficulties, And then of course week 3, it was just great. But the thing about being at that altitude, and once your body adjusts, your energy level is unbelievable. And when you come back home again, it stays with you for about a week. So when I came home and got back into doing OHL hockey again, I had lots and lots of energy. But about a week and it disappeared, and your body was back to normal again.
That's a great experience. How has refereeing impacted your life?
Well, you meet great friends and great people, and it doesn't hurt when you have to look for a job and they see that you referee in the OHL or you've been to the Olympics. It kind of helps you to get a job. So it's been very impactful. But the most important part is the people you meet and the people you make friends with, and quite often they're lifelong friends.
Good, good. Now you alluded to this before, but what does it mean to be inducted into the Brantford Area Sports Hall?
Well, for me, it's just an unbelievable, humbling experience. But just the fact that your community has recognized you, and they thought that your accomplishments in hockey were such that you could have this honor. It's really hard to discuss it. It's just so overwhelming for me.
Right. What advice would you share with a young aspiring athlete?
Well, a young referee, when I deal with young referees, the biggest things that to get across to them is you got to go to the building every single night, and you got to work hard. And it's very difficult for young kids to understand that if you work hard, you're going to get recognized. And the other thing to get across to them is that you got to be someone out there. You know, somebody's always better than you. You know, somebody always works harder than you. Somebody, no matter how good you think you are, somebody's always better. And to get across that you got to be someone out there, and you got to be about you when you're out there. And I don't mean that I'm the star, but you've got to look after yourself and be the very best that you can be in every single situation. And it's hard for young people to learn that, but if they can get that, they'll get recognized. There's no question about it.
That's a good message. Jim, any other comments or thoughts?
No, like I say, this whole thing has just been amazing to me. I never dreamt that I would be ever good enough to be recognized by my community to be in this, and it's just amazing for me, and I'm very, very appreciative.